SABC3 and on TrendingSA.tv.
You wanna do that again?
Molweni bantu bahleni bukele uTrendingSA apha ku-SABC3.
You wanna do that again?
Mamela ke jonga kukho ilantuza ipost ku-Facebook mandizifunde banithini ku-Facebook. Right. Ooh, Rosalina America Mbule says at Sound 3, I love the show because it inspires me in so many ways, including my friend here. She calls herself Numani Nakazi and her hair. Yay! Yay! And then surprise Maroja says, hello mama, please give us a sign that TrendingSA should come back from Monday to Thursday. For sure. And then, please pronounce this beautiful name. Oh God.
Zuvuya Sovote.
Beautiful. TrendingSA time. Yeah! You're all looking so fabulous. I always use TrendingSA time.
Oh, is it with a B? If it's a B and an H together, like Mubango, then it's a B.
Right.
Sovote.
Okay, fine. I'm jealous because you're a linguist. Remember, if you want us to read your posts on the show, all you have to do is go onto our social media pages, TrendingSA on Facebook and Instagram, and TrendingSA on 3 on Twitter. Hit the follow button and get posting. The hashtag to use is, what is it, guys?
Sound 3. Or 4. I don't know. Is it Sound 3?
Shush Nina, the only person who has a husband right here on this panel, the only person who has someone who loves them. Mpo, you speak, Lala. What do you have?
Okay, let me speak about somebody that I don't really like, and I'm grateful that there is a God. Hallelujah. Man's not very rude. Is this the Men's Not Very
No, he's the president. He's the president of Black Twitter, and we support all
we love
his
him. He must come back.
No, it's fine. I don't belong to that country. Anyway, he's gone MIA again on his Twitter account, and he's been suspended. And, hashtag Sunday Twitter continued to serve as hashtags, like hashtag South Africans tell you. At Zuptacologist started off this one by sharing things South Africans will tell you. Have a look at this. It says, when you suddenly lose weight, South Africans tell you AIDS.
No, man.
But it's true though. It's true.
Yeah.
And because tweeps could relate to the hashtag, these two accounts jumped in with things that they've been also told. Have a look at this. Ray Harvest says, hashtag South Africans tell you your neighbors won't see thieves breaking into your house at 8 p.m., but they'll see every girl you bring in at 2 a.m. in the morning from the club.
True story.
Of course. And another one from a Cruiser Edge says, cashier, sir, your card is declining on some insufficient fund. South Africans, why are you making a noise? But they're always so loud though.
I mean, they could just say, read, it says insufficient funds. Or
just give you the receipt.
You know?
No, what you guys need to do is you need to be stronger people and stop being embarrassed over nonsense. If you got no money, it's fine, you got no money. If she says decline and the whole world hears, who cares?
But why are you telling them?
Doesn't matter. You guys must stop caring what strangers think.
True.
Just make more money.
True. Can I ask you guys something though? Why do you guys like Twitter?
I like Twitter because I get to retweet my tweets.
You retweet yourself?
Oh, yeah, I retweet myself.
Do you have a reason?
I like Twitter because it just keeps you interacting with people who support your career.
And also news.
News more than anything.
Yeah, there's more interesting people on Twitter than in my house.
Sure, no.
Considering I live alone.
Sure, no.
Well, on my side, there was a hashtag called Twitter is the best, because that popped up on my timelines and it had tweets sharing why they like Twitter. Now, something I must say about this is that there are a lot of people that don't really like Twitter because they feel like it's a little bit better than Facebook because they don't have the information shared. But as spicy as that is, I've got something else that I'd tell you why I enjoy Twitter. And this one here is why some of you guys believe that you like Twitter. Let's see some of those posts. This one coming through from Simon saying that Twitter is the best because I can see my crush's tweets without her knowing that I am checking them. Creepy.
Wait, does Facebook show you or something?
No. Facebook, I don't know. I think maybe you have to like things, you know what I'm saying? Another one here coming through from LMVSA saying that Twitter is the best because tweets are very creative. True. Like this thread here saying swam with stingrays yesterday. I will you wait. And that was from Siliana. And then of course people jumped in on this one. Tifilo saying then Abo Kuzain. Oh, Nelly then decided to say Aspuzain. Yeah. Even even celebrities aren't safe in our country because of Twitter. And this is one here where Casper Nyovest tweeted, "No cheap vodka in my system, please. Premium vodka only." And that was his tweet. Then someone else that by the name of Crush Cafe decided that they're going to join in on this one and said, "The higher the price, the lower the sales. Business studies, brah. You would have learned this in matric." Oh, wait.
Wow!
Savage.
Twitter's the best because of that.
Crush Cafe, though.
I mean, the name says it all.
Yeah.
And then, of course, another one that jumped in on this one goes a little something like this. Coming to the cool towel saying Twitter's the best because this.
Oh,
Guys aren't right, man. You guys aren't right. All I have to say is that Twitter's the best when it comes to the next hashtag. And it is hashtag Julius Malema Challenge.
Okay, guys.
Yeah.
You know
I
what?
just want to add something
Yes.
there. If Matabile was a he, the alleged drinking rumors would have gone a long time ago.
Yeah,
If Matabile was a he.
We can name quite a few presidents that was... Anyway, so fellow South Africans, we will not see the pearly gates, guys. None of us. Not you, not Siskuli, not you. You're not going to see the pearly gates. Anyway, so this is hashtag Julius Malema Challenge. The hashtag set Twitter on fire following Julius's very shady and saucy speech at Winnie Madikizela Mandela's funeral in Orlando, in Soweto. In his speech, Malema called out those who he believed betrayed Mama Winnie. Please take a look at this clip.
Some of those who sold out to the regime are here. And what is funny, Mama, is that they are crying the loudest, more than all of us who cared for you. Mama, the UDF cabal is here. The cabal that rejected you and disowned you and sent you to the brutal apartheid regime is here. When they called the press conference during the dark days of apartheid, when they called the press conference, when the regime was prepared to kill and said in that press conference, you are not part of them, they are here today. Mama, you never told me how we must treat them when they come here. I'm waiting for a signal, ma.
A signal, Mama. All right, so guys, goosebumps. We were all finished after that. So after Julius's fiery comments in his speech, Twitter saw the funny because you guys are savage, and hashtag Julius Malema's challenge started. Now, Tweeps had a field day with us. Here are some of the posts. Okay, are you with me, guys? Because we are just waiting for a signal. So then Uma Lucy Mnisi says, even those banks that tie strings on pens because they don't trust us with their pens, but expect us to trust them with our money are here. Give us a signal. Give us a signal, Mama. Give us a signal. Even Tweeps, there's more. Then Botswarelo Motivi says, they are here, Mama. The uncircumcised men who expect head. Give us a signal on how to handle that witchcraft.
Give us a signal. Give us a signal, Mama.
I'm sorry that my parents are watching. Even Tweeps, guys, there are more. Naledi Ngubani says, even those people who does the... Wait, just camera. Can I just get a camera quickly? Just that. Even those people that make those sounds at night so much that we can't even sleep are here, Mama. Give us a signal, Mama. What should we do?
Give us a signal, Mama. Give us a signal.
Then Tebogo Toleto says, even those who post government vacancy jobs for us to apply, knowing very well that they have that job reserved for someone are here, Mama. Give us a signal.
Give us a signal.
Give us a signal.
Mama, please, Mama.
Then Nyaiko says, Mama, even those who used to snitch us to our bosses are here at our farewell parties, crying, saying how they will miss us and our exemplary work. Give us a signal on how to deal with them, Mama. Give us a sign.
Give us a signal.
Give us a signal, guys. Even Tweeps from outside Mzansi joined the challenge. Kudzani, obviously you can hear it's from Kudzani Glovu posted this all the way from that side of the border. Mama Nomzamo. Those who kept Robert Mugabe's brutal... No, I'm not going to do that. That's just right. Those who kept Robert Mugabe's brutal regime alive for 3 decades and benefited from it are here today telling us that this is a new dispensation. You never told us how to deal with them, Mama. Give us a signal. But that's not the only thing that got social media going. Yes, Julius. No, just yes in general. from Julius's 18-minute speech. He also got the thumbs up from the masses on social media when he made that call about Cape Town International Airport, which must now be called Winnie Madikizela Mandela Airport. It was almost immediate when people on social media were out here changing road signs, 200 Rand notes, wiki pages, you name it. Take a look.
You angry, baby?
I'm angry. I'm so angry. I'm Mara low levels.
Whoa.
Even DJ Zentley was like, when I land in Cape Town on Friday, I will tweet, just landed at the Winnie Madikizela Mandela Airport.
Nice.
Amandla, Viva, airport approach. Winnie. You know what's actually really funny is a friend of mine used to think it was called the Lagawi Airport.
Nananas.
But that's actually, Lagava is just airport in Afrikaans. Wow. So she was like, no, I'm going to take Nina to the Lagawi Airport quick.
Wow.
Anyway, but that's. There, Wikipedia. The Winnie Madikizela Mandela Airport, formerly known as Cape Town. You guys, that was within minutes, eh?
That is
it was within minutes. You guys
Don't waste time.
Guys, he was at the airport, wasn't the only one taking the piss off. Ulanduza, even the Mtembu. But Tembu King was not safe from being poked fun at. Twitter officially gave him the new title of Sleepist. Check it out.
Wow. There's your friend.
Deep
Is he your
thinkers can
friend?
easily mistake
My
this.
soulmate.
What do you deep thinkers can easily mistaken this to be sleeping, guys? That is wow. I'm sure he's a sleeper. So like, to Donald, it's so hard. It's hard, or maybe he's communicating with the ancestors.
True.
Could be.
That's Donald. Uxolani in Jobu says, oh, but to be young and given responsibilities bigger than you.
Wow.
So guys, we're talking about, okay, we'll talk about it later about Mama Nifuna Afuma Nebani, but now it's time for the ad break. Okay, no, we have time to do it now.
No, we don't have time. You know what? Mama has just given me a signal. Siskuli, I'm sorry. Mama just spoke to me in my very own ear. And we have to go to an ad break. So please stay tuned and hashtag.
Thank you, Mama.
Thank you for the signal.
Thank you, Mama, for the signal.
Thank you.
What kind of signal did she give you?
She sounds like a 23-year-old black woman.
Show me how to reach the blind. Lord, give me a sign. Show me what I got to do to bring me closer to you.
Welcome back. Ons is terug. Julle kyk TrendingSA Radio on SABC3 and online TrendingSA.tv. Don't forget that later on the show tonight, Tommy Moraka will be sitting right here. Maybe in pause lap again. So post your questions for her and tag SABC3 and Tsa on 3. We may just ask you a question. Of course, we've got Umusa who's got to read some love from social media.
Can I just discipline Mpho? She called me Pinky Pinky.
Yeah.
Oh, she's
There you
I
are,
just
Pinky
wanted to be
Pinky.
clear that I'm not a Pinky Pinky.
But you could be the Tokolosh.
Moving right
you,
along,
Ananina.
let's see what your posts say. Gonna check out a tweet coming through from you at home, and of course you're using the hashtag #on3. This one says, TrendingSA on 3. I'll watch the repeat tomorrow. Askis WTF to me, not tonight, honey, but Wednesday we are like this. So this is someone that is fighting an internal battle about which shows to watch at 9:30. No, you can watch them all. All of them. No one's fighting you here. And thanks for your post. Make sure that you send them our way. We like seeing them. And of course, you can retweet and do many other things such as that. So keep them coming. Now, moving on to our hero for the day. A big shout out goes out to Constable Luyolo Nochulumba.
He can get it.
Yeah. And then, now, his picture has been making the rounds on social media as he was identified to be the cop that saved the life of a toddler as the baby was flung off the rooftop by her father.
Imagine.
Quite intense, is it not?
Okay, guys, you've got to also consider, I mean, this is a very nice narrative. Oh, okay, bad man throws baby off thing and the police are, you know, heroes. Are we forgetting the fact that there are a whole bunch of human beings whose houses are being mowed down by their own municipality, that this little girl would have been homeless anyway. There's nobody, you've got to think about the desperation level that that man has got to be in, that he would actually throw his own child.
So let's not throw our kids off the roofs because we've got problems.
No, but even beyond that, if that was the logic that was being used, a lot of us would not have survived apartheid because our parents would have flung us off the roof. So no, I don't agree with what you're saying.
Yeah, look, there are better ways, I feel, to get your point across. I mean, you could have burned some things, you could have blocked the streets, could have thrown rocks at things, but to throw a living human being off a roof with the hopes that someone's going to catch it.
The mother was standing right there at the bottom.
What if she didn't catch the baby?
They should both actually be jailed for her standing there, assisting him to catch the baby.
It was a mess. Well, since social media has zero chill, they've already created a meme about the shocking event. Take a look over here. They're saying, these are feelings, and this is everybody. And everybody is catching feelings. Now, if you really missed out on what the actual story is, let's take a listen. So on Thursday, a group of police officers were tasked to demolish shacks at the informal settlement in Joslovo. And that's when the dad, with the assistance of someone, the mother, decided that they want to throw the baby off the roof.
Imagine.
In hopes to delay the police from demolishing their illegal shack structures. Now, this man was initially charged with attempted murder, and since then, that charge has been changed to child abuse. But lo and behold, the community members of Joslovo Informal Settlement were right there in full support of what the father did. Now, this reminded me of other mind-blowing videos of events where people had near-death experiences, and of course, their guardian angel came out to the rescue. Take a look at these two examples.
Get out the way, get out the way, get out the way. Get out the way, get out the way, get out the way. Oh no! Lights out! I'm about to punch you! Lights out!
Look how casually he walked away from that. Fam.
Wow. Wow. Anyway, yeah, that's where you thank your guardian angels.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think a lot of us go through that every day and don't even notice it.
True.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on to another hashtag. Hashtag Winnie Docu was trending again today and caused a stir on social media after hashtag Sydney Mufamadi's press conference earlier on today. In the press conference, Mufamadi distanced himself from the allegations suggested in the Winnie Docu that he was one of the people that decided to reopen the investigation into Mama Winnie's involvement of Stompie's murder. Now, here's a clip of Mufamadi speaking on who reopened the investigation on Mama Winnie.
Because I've heard people saying, why is 5us only saying this for the now, after Comrade Winnie has passed on, that she was found to be innocent after an investigation, which he does say he opened the investigation at the request of Tony Leon, the leader then of the Democratic Party, which later became the DA.
Lots of
Did
stories.
he answer? Because we all know the things that he said about,
There's some people, when they start speaking, you just feel like going, get on with it. Firstly, what many of you might not know is that the docu in question was released in January 2017 while Mama Winnie was still alive, but only gained traction recently following her passing. There were startling revelations in this documentary, and it alleged that there was some strategic smear campaign to discredit her and other apartheid activists. Take a look at this clip where Mama Winnie explains to the director of the documentary, Pascal Lamar, who also lost faith in the media.
In the years, I really got terribly disillusioned with the media. I mean, there were reporters who specialized in writing very negative stories about the Weekly Mail at the time was so anti-ANC, anti-me. They actually did the job for Stratcom. Stratcom was all about strategic communications, what I've just explained. 70% truth and 30% lies. And they used the Weekly Mail. And it was a very respected paper, so if you were front page in the Weekly Mail.
The power of the media. For those that don't know what Stratcom is, it actually stands for Strategic Communication, and it was an organization formed by the apartheid regime to monitor the activities of anti-apartheid activists. And in the dossier, a former member of Stratcom claims that there were 40 journalists on the payroll, and of course they wrote articles that painted Mama Winnie in a bad light.
So basically it was the Bell Pottinger of then.
Basically.
Yes.
Yeah, and nothing has
That's
happened.
so astute. Absolutely, 100%.
We don't know who the journalists are, and yet we wait. And of course, people are catching feelings because well-known names were mentioned as being part of the Stratcom campaign, and the documentary also suggests that former police minister Sidney Mafumade was also part of this conspiracy. All right. He then decided to address the media today to try clear his name, which led to him becoming the #1 trending topic for the day. Of course, Twitter reacted to the new revelation of Mr. Mafumade, being a little skeptical about the things that he had to say. Take a look at these tweets. And this one from Pulentsebe saying, Sidney Mufamadi, once someone says, I am not saying I didn't meet him, but I don't recall meeting with him, but I knew him because of his past. Yeah, look, we can vividly recall all the other details of any historical occurrence. I suspect a lie.
True.
This meme, guys, I love it. Another one here from Tianeo saying that this presser is not addressing the pertinent questions. Did you or did you not instruct the police to reopen the investigation against our mother? And if so, under whose instructions? Want to know. Yeah. And then, of course, the last one from Kensani saying that I think I understood Mugabe's almost resignation presser briefing better than this presser here. Very confusing, I must say. So, yeah, this was a backstory, and clearly there's still more to be deciphered and uncovered. And of course, we'll wait to see where the story goes in the next coming weeks.
I just have a question.
Yes, madam.
I can't take you seriously with that much lip gloss on. I'm sorry. I just
Are my lips shiny?
just like
Yeah, am I
I feel like you're wearing the same lip gloss as mine.
It's fine. It's fine.
Not guilty. Not guilty. These were the words uttered by murder accused Sandile Mantsoe earlier today as Karabo Mokoena's murder trial resumed. Both the hashtags, #Sandile Mantsoe and #Karabo Mokoena, trended today. Sandile's not guilty plea was kind of expected, but it was his reasoning behind it that startled everyone. Mantsoe's lawyer, addressing the judge, said that he would prove that the deceased Karabo Mokoena had in fact committed suicide and that Sandile Mantsoe had nothing to do with Karabo's death.
Sure.
I mean,
Sandile's not guilty plea and suicide claim roused emotions from Twitter, as seen from the following tweets. I mean, what is he talking about? Landuza, offense and Naked Green or Nagedi Green says, Mams, please send us a signal as to why Sandile Mantsoe decided to dispose her body since according to him, she committed suicide. Mama, this Sandile boy is naughty, ma. Please send disciplinary signals. We don't know what to do with him. #Julius Malema challenge. Naughty is a bit of an understatement. Urangwane Maruma says, why cover up someone else's suicide, Sandile Mantsoe?
Yeah.
Mostly burn the body? Think we are stupid, huh? You will account for what you did to #Karabo Mokoena. You should have cut her. You should have cut a deal rather than play this deny stupid games. And then there's another one. Rest in power, Mama Winner. This guy Sandile Mantsoe thinks he is O.J. Simpson. O.J. Simpson got arrested 13 years later, so hopefully this one won't get away with it. Another one. China says community members need to give Sandile Mantsoe a nice body massage. He's not guilty, Moss. Just a nice massage.
Okay, so let me just see if I understand Sandile's logic, all right? So from what we know, the CCTV footage, Karabo and Sandile were seen entering Sandile's apartment on the night of her death, presumably making Sandile the last person to have seen Karabo alive. The next time Karabo is seen again, her body had been
Chopped up.
chopped up and burnt and left in an open field in Lyndhurst. Now, if we were to play the suicide scenario out, okay, one can imagine that the following happens, right? Okay, so Karabo Mokoena and Sandile Mansui walk into the Santon apartment in the wee hours of the morning. She maybe goes to the bedroom or to the bathroom. She kills herself, assuming in one of two ways, either by hanging herself or by slitting her wrists. Assuming he was in a different room while this was happening, casual, because those are such huge apartments in Santon. He discovers her body, and in a panic, fearing he might be blamed for her death, and he decides to chop up her body, puts her body into plastic bags, all right, then drives to a remote field in Lyndhurst to dispose of the body, but not before burning the body and leaving it there. After Karabo's family realizing that she's missing, a search party is organized that he partakes in looking for Karabo. Guys, only after her ID is discovered in a bin of his complex and confronted by Karabo's family, then only does he admit to knowing the whereabouts of Karabo. I'm sorry, but I don't buy the story. I don't know how you guys feel about it. I'm disgusted.
I'm with you.
I'm disgusted. It's shocking.
I'm with you.
Horrible.
But wouldn't you agree that this is a similar bizarre narrative that Oscar Pistorius gave on the death of Riva Steenkamp? Because when he initially got the 8-month sentence in, if you recall, he said that Riva's death was an accident. And according to his statement, this was the turn of events on the night. Oscar woke up during the night to noise in his bathroom, which is adjacent to his bedroom, where he and Riva were sleeping, and he thought that there was an intruder in the house. He then grabs his 9mm handgun from under his bed. He got onto his stumps and headed to the bathroom door, still assuming that Riva is in bed. And then he fires 4 shots through the locked door of the toilet and shouted to Riva to call the police. But Riva didn't respond. He then rushes to the bed to find Riva not in the bed. And that's when it dawned on him that it may have been her in the bathroom. He finally switches on the lights, puts on his prosthetic legs, and goes to kick open the bathroom door. He tries to resuscitate her, but she was already dead, unfortunately. And in a panic, he calls his estate manager, John Stander, to call the ambulance.
Out of all the people he could have called.
Well, 10-111 was obviously
Do you know what I mean?
hard.
Yeah, look, it's getting more and more creative, and it seems like the more creative your story gets, the higher the chance that you might not get jail time, because they now need to disprove this theory that you're giving them. Very, very strange, I must say. Look, some people get 8 months and then they got reviewed and became a couple of years in prison. Let's hope that the same does not happen in this case. Very, very odd stories, and I hope justice is served in the end.
Yeah, that just gave me goosebumps. Anyways, we'll keep our eyes open on the story and keep updating you as the trial continues. Time for a quick commercial break. Tumi Moraka joins us. When we return, we might just go through her DMs and her bag, just like she does to her guests on her shows. Don't go anywhere. Statue.
West side.
You need me to say even the words fall away as I'm fading into yesterday. 'Cause I'm fading. I'm living my life.
Comms for talks.
phone, scrolling on my ride.
Oh, yeah!
Just hit the east side. It's the warm G's. Ain't a car full of girls, ain't no need to tweak. All you search for what's up with 213. So I hooked select on 21 and live with some brothers shoot back. So I said, let's do this. I jumped out the wall and said, what's up? Some brothers
We are back. You're still tuned into Trending SA on 3 and TrendingSA.tv. If you just joined us, you're just in time for our guest, Nina. She's a comedian, you're a comedian. You guys make us laugh.
Yeah, okay, cool. So let me just break this down, all right? Tonight's guest is a formidable force of nature. She's known as the first lady of comedy. She cemented her place as an industry leader when we all voted as peers for her for the best comic of the year at the Comics Choice in 2016, even though she's been doing comedy for 100 years before that. But we celebrate her. She's also carved a niche for herself as an actress and more recently as a SAFTA-nominated host of Point of Order and another show alongside Alan Committee called Red Cake. She's, by the way, the only presenter to ever get 2 SAFTA nominations for 2 different projects in one category. That's levels, guys. That's remarkable. All right. Her most recent milestone is hosting a very own late-night talk show, WTF to Me, returning the same role. She always takes over the 9:30 slot every Wednesday and Thursday, even though we complain about it on this very show.
What for?
But
What
on
for?
SABC3, she's a mom, a wife, and a mbokodo, and she's running the world. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Stand up in your house right now for Tumi
Mr. Warren.
Yeah.
Are you gonna rap? Are you gonna rap? Rap.
So I hooked select on 21 and live with some brothers shoot back. So I said, let's do this. I said, what's up?
Go back. Have a good interview. Okay, you're on
Bye
that
bye.
side.
Do your interview. That's fine.
Hey, let me fix my tricks. I see my homie.
I can't believe they take the warrants, they take my rings, they take my Rolex. I looked at the brother, said, damn, what's next?
What side or east side?
What sign? Till I die. Give us a sign. Let's do a sign.
The gang sign. Give us a sign, mama.
The gang, yes.
W, C. I don't know how to do it. All right.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Listen. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome. What's it like to be here on a Monday?
Ek is so senuweeagtig, okay,
shame.
because I know there are a lot of people watching right now who are
You're
going,
what?
this be the
Nervous.
bee that took the TSA away from us on these days. And even me as a fan and a lover of the show, I must but apologize. I just wanted a moment of shine. It was never about disrespect. It was just a moment of shine.
For what?
For who? Just
them.
Just for me.
Okay.
So I'm here to just honor this place. Hey, this is power, this thing. You know, I must clarify because then there were people who were saying, hey, to me, so you will not go on TSA and visit.
I mean, really?
Do you know that the time I was supposed to come and I cancelled on the day, my child had been hospitalized.
Oh, no.
And I just found out today, you guys didn't even know. All y'all heard was that I cancelled.
No, we thought that you are horrible, that you know what's going to happen to the planet.
You know what? Isn't it your ex then Bay, Shaka? I
Yes.
ran into him that morning and I said, see you later. Like, that's how in I was.
Yeah, in.
Yes, next thing a call comes in, my child's in hospital. Guys, I must tell you, when it comes to my children, everything stops.
Yeah, and you can conveniently use Shaka because he's not here to defend himself.
So listen, okay, let's just start at the beginning. I want to talk about this. You shared an Instagram post. You posted this, right?
Yeah.
Which is quite remarkable.
Which has left us. This one or the one before?
The one before.
Yes, me
Yeah.
with my ride or die crew.
Please, no, wait. Let's just. Sometimes I knuckle down and focus on my hustle. This is what I want to say.
Yeah.
I weather the storm. I track my progress. Tweak here, fail and learn there. Each thing leading me one step closer to my ultimate goal. Never the pretty girl, nor the skinny girl, nor even the connector girl. Just that chubby, loud girl who came from Tabanchu. Did I say that right?
Yes.
Via Muff Town to Josie, determined to make Mama proud. Well, Mama, you said it. To me, you are a trier. I'm still trying, still picking my battles. When Jesus says yes, nobody can say no. Hashtag Baraka Mosadi. Hashtag Haweng. Point of Order on Showmax. WTF to me on SABC3. Red Cake on SABC2 from Fem. Sure. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. You wake up in the morning. I mean, you've got all these things.
Yeah.
Like. What's the main driver? What is the thing that makes you really like dust your dirt off your shoulder and go, I'm gonna do this?
When my kids go, Tumi Morake! Mama, you're Tumi Morake, right? Like, yes, I'm Tumi Morake. Tumi Morake!
So
Truth.
So I feel like they must have that legacy. Even me, I must leave something for my kids. Because you know what happens, guys? So many of us, like our parents are freaking out. So many of us in Joburg have left people at home who are hoping we're not coming back with AIDS or babies without fathers or to come and steal money from their pockets because now we're on Nyaupe or some other new drug.
True.
We come here with our parents just going, Lord, please just let this child bring
Literally
something positive
mining
back.
for gold.
Literally.
Yeah.
So I think back to my mother, who by the time she passed away had gone through bipolar disorder, all kinds of debt to get me to where I am. And I'm like, I'm gonna just hustle. Whatever it takes for my children to look at me and go, even me, I want to be a pioneer like my mom. Guys, you don't understand. My firstborn, I took him to watch Black Panther, right? When I asked him who his favorite characters, he said the princess, he said Okonye. Do you know how proud I was? Because I said, my son looked at strong women and that attracted
And
him.
recognized
that power. And I'm like, that's what keeps me going, guys.
It's remarkable.
Right, so here you are, you go and get an education at Wits, you study, but also you realize that might not be enough. I actually need to go out and actually hustle for what I want. What drives that?
I get kicked out of Wits because I can't afford to pay for fourth year. That's what drove me.
Wow.
I had a choice. Go back to Tabanchu, get pregnant, have 5 kids by 6 dads. Or
That's not possible.
Sometimes you need to mix the things before you get
So I had a choice. Go back home with tail between my legs, maybe go work at ShopRite. Or stay and hustle because I know exactly what I want. I knew what I wanted. So for about a year and a half, I stayed with different people at different times. I was a freaking clown in malls at Christmas being abused by kids. I was advertising newspaper in Chekasi.
What was the breakthrough? What was the breakthrough gig that like gave you the breakthrough?
Nomzamo on SABC1. Because I kept going to these workshops. I used to walk from Yeovil to SABC because I didn't have transport money. And I would go to these workshops that they were running and you would get to meet Akino Motosho, Mahao Landebele, all these guys who were doing exciting things, people from Bomb Shelter. And so I would be there because at least by now I've done my 3rd year at Vents, guys. I know stuff, you know. So I'd attend these writing workshops and like I'm there for the coffee and the free biscuits because I can't even pack a scaffdine. And the big break was when we'd written sample work and then Akin offered me to come and learn, you know, how to write sitcom with them. And I mean, I started out on Nomzamo learning how to write. I mean, by the time I left, I'd had written, you know, I'd written half the season. And that's what drove me. You stay hungry. Even now, that's what keeps me going. Because if you look at comedy right now, there are exciting young comics coming up. And you see those kids, you think you're irrelevant. But then you stay hungry. Because you're still hungry, you find your relevance. You find a place for your voice. You look at the Nina Hastings. This is one of my favorite comedians in terms of she's relentless. She doesn't give up. And when she's down, she owns that she's down. But you better freaking wait for her to climb the pakara that hole because then she comes back.
The swearing sailors are here. Now let's talk about child labor. You're a wife and a mother of 3.
Yeah.
A number of celebrities always hide their kids or they shield them from Ilantuza, the public eye. When you do ads with your kids, you have them on your show. Are you paying them? Is this child labor? What's going on with you?
But you're throwing them off schools. Who do you think is going to pay? They must pay their own school fees. Let's smile. Look, speak English in the camera. That's school fees for at least 2 years. Smile.
Do you want them to go into the industry?
Only if they're really interested in it. My firstborn, he's quite shy, but he wants to be on TV. So I'm trying to break it to him gently that he's going to have to come out of his shell if he wants to be on TV. But the other 2 just love life. So I don't want to force them to do anything. No one forced me to do anything. They just went, okay, my baby. I said, me, I'm going to Joburg, Mama. I might do fine arts. I might do dramatic arts. He said, okay, my baby, go with God. So I'm going to do the same thing with my kids.
All the best. They're gorgeous. I love your husband.
Everybody loves my husband more than me. Like they love him more than they love me.
Let's continue anyway. Speaking of your family, your husband, your kids, late last year you were involved in a car accident. It's a good thing that nobody got very badly hurt.
Because God doesn't eat pap with
you know what I mean? How did you handle that trauma, especially the backlash that came with it?
It helped that I wasn't driving. To be honest, for me, that took a huge load off me because then my only focus was protecting my children.
Yeah.
And it really, they say everything happens for a reason. And I feel like the universe was sending me a message, Joe. Because the amount of hate and the amount of love that came. The love swallowed the hate, man. I mean, I had people, before I knew what was going on social media, I already had so many messages from friends and even colleagues who I didn't even know gave a damn about me who said, we need you to stay off social media.
Yeah.
We need you to delete Facebook and Twitter from your phone. Don't go there. We are handling it.
Yeah.
My favorite line was Masa Sampangen who said to me, we are on it. Just stay off it.
What? I can hear that voice.
Yeah. And I was like, we are on it. Stay off it.
I love that.
I sent you a message as well. Tell me one quote. I sent you a message
You were
as well.
not memorable.
Sorry.
You were not memorable.
You're blocked.
But you know what? Winnie Mandela's death brought that back to me.
Yeah.
When I went, when you're a black woman with a voice, you're a dangerous thing.
I've always said, you know what? When you're a black woman with a voice, you get told be opinionated, be strong-willed,
The minute
but
you
don't
do-
be too strong.
Yes.
Don't be too opinionated.
To speak within the lines.
Yes,
And
yes.
I must tell you, the passing of Mam Winnie broke me in ways I never thought I could be broken. I got angry at myself for leaving Jacaranda after she passed away. You know that?
Yeah.
I was like, this is the time I should have been there for her passing.
Yes.
Because this thing is going to be covered in news and then just passed over. But this is a big historical thing that has happened. Because my father used to speak about that woman with such pride. I used to think there's something wrong with my dad. Because like the rest of the world, I was hearing all the other rubbish that was coming out about her. So I feared her to a degree.
Yeah.
But the stories my father told me were not that.
Yeah.
And because we didn't have such a tight relationship, I was always thinking, Mara, this uncle, where is he coming up with this new thing?
Let's talk about Jacaranda for a minute, okay? We don't have a lot of time, but I want to discuss. You're just standing up for yourself, giving a basic analogy on what land appropriation and expropriation. You used an analogy of a bicycle and a bully, right? Such a simple one. Such a simple one line. Tell me about the experience of that whole thing.
Okay, I'll tell you what. We're going to ask Mama for a signal. You think about your answer. We're going to go to a break. We're going to keep you as well.
Give us a signal, Mama.
Please, Mama.
Give us a signal.
There it is.
Should I speak, man?
I like you, girl, in particular. Yeah. You in particular. I like your waist in particular.
to it, Lala. You were responding. Open your mouth and speak.
Yes. What were you asking me?
We were talking about the jacaranda thing. How did you deal?
The way I dealt with it was going, where do I need to channel my energies, where do I not, and what is worth it, and that is why, and then I went, I must go. But I must tell you, the people at Jacaranda have big hearts.
Okay, good.
And they really meant well.
Nice.
And I just decided there are battles that are not worth it. In life, you must decide, do you want to win? Or do you want to be right? I decided I want to win, so I went.
Nice one, Nana. You can't take on everything. And then also tell us about that fabulous show of yours, sis. What should we expect from your show? In the new season?
Good times.
Shananas.
Yes. Hopefully, I mean, Unina went and honored my invite, and Umpo honored my invite. The good doctor honored my invite. We are hoping honoring will continue.
Yeah.
Mama, show us a signal.
Thanks.
that
Okay.
Kuli will be on my show.
I want to, you know that your bag and my bag, there's similar things. We both
Is
got
it?
black cards.
Yes. We don't
There's
queue, we don't
black
queue.
cards here,
don't
and then
queue.
I see this is the same lipstick I used. This is the same.
Sensor D.
Did you get a? Did you?
Yes. I went to the dentist. I went to the
No.
Whoa. There's certain things that shouldn't be.
I have a mini
got her.
vibrator bullet.
You got
I swear
her.
it's only.
You got her.
For those that don't know what's happening, Tumi's show has
Guys,
a segment
there's
on
lots
it where
of
they
stuff
basically
here.
open up their
There's
gift
stuff.
bags. Right?
What is this? Here we go.
Do you
There
know,
we are now.
my son refused to give me this car because he got like a whole bunch for his birthday. So I can't, I not stole
What is
it.
this?
Borrowed
Well,
it.
there's a bouncing
You bounce
ball.
it and then it lights up. They got
Okay,
like
there's a
a plastic
bouncing
bag.
ball.
You're such a
such a
mommy.
mom.
You're such
What
a
is
mommy.
this? What is this? Where do you
That's
do this?
internet for my kids in the car.
Whose
Wow.
brush is this? Because you don't have hair.
I do. I have like a small cruising and a
Oh, okay,
situation
okay,
going
okay,
on.
just checking.
Okay.
So sometimes I comb it out.
Can I tell you something? We have another surprise for you. You know how on your show there's a jacuzzi? We have a jacuzzi
Yeah, guys,
as well.
you are a serious
Bring it down.
black card shopper.
Bring down.
This is a black card, baby. This girl don't play games.
I can't believe how you're protecting her. We want to see the real dirty things in there.
Oh, this is Mercedes one.
So when are you taking off your clothes for the
Maybe let me have
Wait,
some
this is
hand
age control
no.
cream. This is age control. She's getting old.
is it age control for
Yeah.
my hands?
Oh, yeah. You know
my
they
hands
can
are very-
you can tell,
are very
you can tell
old.
the age
My
on the hands. What is this? Is this a fine?
Oh no.
No, green.
Oh.
I think that's for them.
You know that when
For
they
my chiropractor.
when you looked in my bag, they found the same stuff here.
Yeah,
There's
that's
a
for my
ticket
chiropractor,
there.
'cause-
We are the same things.
And
Is this a
another head-on
diary?
collision.
Oh, that looks
So
No, Nina.
Guys,
How
looks
Nina?
beautiful.
Hey, Nina.
midnight staring. Ask for massage
Hi,
oil.
Uli. Hi, Uli.
All
Guys,
you
can we-
have
can we
is
stop this?
bio oil for
Okay.
stretch marks.
Guys, really?
Good enough to eat after 7 years. It must be that. I know that this is a gag book. I know that this is a gag book. I got one in my bag too. You know that we're the only comics old enough to still take notes with pen and paper. The new kids write all their stuff on their phone.
But then we still kill harder.
Yeah, no, we do.
And just like that, guys, our Monday show is over. We love you guys. Thank you very much to me. Thank you very much, my queen, Mrs. Hunt. We will see you again, of course, shortly. That's all we have time for tonight. Catch us all again tomorrow, 9:30 p.m. right here on SABC3 with more social media trends. Well, thank you. I did say thank you, guys. Thank you to me.
That's my
Thank you,
fine.
Doctor. Thank you, Nina. Thank you, Kuli. I don't know. They're reading dodgy love letters.
Oh, it's a fine.
Got it, wow, wow,